Hey everyone, just wanted to do a quick video here on the Girsan MC28. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this pistol recently. It's been floating around a lot, especially up here in Canada. A lot of the big gun stores are carrying them now. Cabela's and a lot of other popular gun stores around the country are carrying these pistols. I bought one. Cost me about 400 Canadian at the time. That's about 330 $350 US at the time of filming. I thought it was a good deal at the time. That price for a polymer frame striker fired handgun. It's made in Turkey. They had great reviews that I had seen, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pull the trigger, I'll get one. And it's unfortunately been nothing but problems since. I'm really starting to regret this purchase now. So I just want to run through a few things with you guys, a few of the issues that I've had. So hopefully you can avoid having these if you decide to buy one, or maybe you want to put your money elsewhere. So I'll start off with the frame of this gun. You can see it's a polymer frame, made in Turkey. Functionality wise, nothing has been done to this. This is completely stock. It's only been stippled for grip. But you can see here the sear, trigger bar, everything functions fine in the frame. So we'll put that aside for now. The main issues that I've had are with the slide. So here is the actual slide itself. And the issues that I've had with it are mainly manufacturer's defects. I'm not sure the coating that they put on it. Some people say it's similar to a Cerakote, or that they do a Cerakote over some sort of parkerization on the frame, or slide rather. But you can see quite a few chips popping up on this thing in front and then on top, as well as in the chamber itself. And this is actually just from the factory, because they do test fire these, so you can see some brass marks. Looks to be slightly higher than normal in my opinion. But the steel just seems to be very soft. It seems to have a very low Rockwall hardness. It doesn't seem to wear very well at all. So that's the first issue I've had. Not too big of a deal. It's mainly aesthetic in that respect. So if you don't care about that, you won't have too much of an issue with the slide. But then the other issue I've had is with the barrel. So you can see here, stainless steel barrel. Now I'm going to show you guys in the manual I received. You can see there's numerous models of the MC28, some in different calibers, some ready for optics to be mounted. But when you get in here and you look at all the different models throughout all the different models, they all have, I'll zoom in, a loaded chamber indicator. It's halfway machined into the top of the barrel, halfway machined into the slide itself. Now, mine, as you can clearly see, does not have a loaded chamber indicator, neither on the barrel nor on the slide. So I figured, hey, you know what, I'm in Canada, we can't concealed carry these, not too big of a deal if I can tell whether there's a loaded chamber. These are only used at the range in Canada. You have to discharge them at an approved range. They're all restricted, they're all registered. So not too big of a deal. Okay, I figured, you know what, I'll roll with the punches. Okay, I don't have my loaded chamber indicator. But then today, this is 4 months after purchase, there was a catastrophic failure on this gun. So like I said, you can only discharge these at a approved range. So this has been staying at my house throughout this COVID crisis we're going through, and it hasn't been shot. It's been dry fired maybe tops a dozen times with dummy rounds. I'll show you the dummy rounds here. These are the tipped in. You can see they're spring loaded snap caps. And today, firing pin broke. Cracked right at the tip, right where you can see it kind of slims down to the actual very tip of the firing pin. Striker just snapped right off. And I was looking into this, and online, I'll let you guys see here. So this is another view of the striker. This handgun actually has a cocking indicator, as you can see, the red indicator. So this picture actually shows somebody's indicator, which has snapped off, as well as another broken firing pin. Now I'm not sure if this was just a bad batch. I'll show you guys my serial number, not that it matters up here in Canada. So perhaps it's the batch, perhaps it's just a manufacturing defect, but catastrophic failure. This gun is now completely useless unless I can get some new parts in, which I tried calling Girsan. I got no answer, so I sent them an email. I'm waiting for a response. But yeah, guys, firing pin, done. So we'll set that aside. And you know, I really had faith in this gun. I looked up a lot of reviews. They had great reviews comparing them to other guns, other polymer striker fired pistols, such as, you know, a Glock, a Smith, even other Turkish made handguns like the Canik TP9. So I'm quite disappointed. But now more and more that I look, I'm kind of just regretting the purchase outright, because finding parts for these guns is nearly impossible. You know, unless you get it direct from manufacturer, you're not going to find, you know, new sights. You're not going to find new sights. You're not going to be able to modify your trigger. You're not going to be able to change your magazine release. You're not going to be able to, you know, have high capacity magazines. Not that it matters in Canada, we're limited to 10 rounds in these, but these magazines up here cost 40 bucks a piece. And, you know, if you're somebody who runs a pistol caliber carbine and you want to run your Glock magazines and your Glock and your, you know, compatible carbine, good luck with the Girsan. You know, it's not going to happen with these magazines. So I forwarded them an email. I'm hoping I can get a response within the next week, and I'll be uploading another video to let you guys know. But my thoughts are, at this point, for the price that I paid for this, for $400, on sale, by the way, on sale, I think I would have been better going with a Glock, you know, for $300 more. And you get that magazine, you know, those magazines are everywhere. You can put them in your carbine, get higher capacity magazines. So, guys, stay tuned. I'll be updating you about this gun. Hopefully you don't have the same issues as me. Cheers.